Hello everybody and welcome back to OMB Reviews. I am the critic who is a cynic. Hope you're doing well, and today we'll be talking about the box office preview for The Batman, as now the so-called industry experts are coming out with their final predictions for the weekend, as they suspect the film to make well over $100 million domestically and to make well over $200 million in the international marketplace, even, of course, with Warner Brothers taking a very brave stand and holding back their release of their film in Russia. All the while, they still plan to go full bore ahead with their release in China. And if you want more of my thoughts about the pure and sheer hypocrisy and hubris of studios like Warner Brothers, like Sony, like Disney, about this entire situation, I know, River, I'm mad about it still. Please check out my video from yesterday, where I break down the pure hypocrisy. But before going any further, though, please make sure you smash that like button, that fire button if you're watching over on Odyssey, and also make sure that you are subscribed to the channel with that bell notification turned on. That way you know every time a new video or live stream goes live on the channel. Also, blessed Ash Wednesday to everyone out there. Today is the beginning of our fast. Today is the beginning of the season of Lent, so I pray that you have a very fruitful Lenten season in whatever it is that you've decided to fast from, and all the other spiritual practices, hopefully, that you have decided to take on. So as you can see from this bit of news, right, the actual box office jumpstart is expected to be around $225 million worldwide, as the film has already made close to $2 million in South Korea. In the wake of Spider-Man No Way Home rattling box office records and creating a gravitational pull towards the cinemas with $1.85 billion global gross, Warner Brothers' The Batman is looking to keep this big screen rally going. Industry projections for the Robert Pattinson movie stand at $115 to $125 million domestically, and another $110 to $120 million overseas, with the global reach being somewhere between $225 and $245. Now, if that is indeed the what that film is able to get in its opening weekend, I would say that the chances of the film being able to reach $1 billion, I would say, is definitely in the cards. We'll, of course, have to wait and see exactly how much money it does get. Obviously, these are the industry projections. Typically, people like Box Office Pro, who you all know I like to cover, they have not yet released their own final analysis, their own final numbers. Assume that they're going to be waiting on. Typically, they do that around Thursday evening. The issue, of course, with this film is that there was a fan event last night, so kudos to anyone that was actually able to go see that. I've been hearing some mostly positive things about the actual film itself. I'm going to be able to see the film tonight, AMC investor screening, but I have a bone to pick with AMC, even though I am an investor and got access to that screening. I still had to pay for my ticket, of course, but it is still something that is obviously a part of the equation that it'll be interesting to see how Box Office Pro is able to kind of balance that out to make a projection when money and reports are already coming in. Maybe it'll get them a little bit closer to the number that they actually need to, to the number that they actually are going to predict. But typically, it is higher than whatever the industry projections are. And so that's why, as I said, it depends on just how well it matches up to these projections. Does it do better than these projections? These are all, again, questions that we need to wait on. What's interesting, of course, is that the production cost of the film, The Batman, is $200 million, meaning the film needs to make a pretty hefty $500 million worldwide in order for the film to actually break even. So that is, that's quite a tall task to make. However, if it does get to that $245 million in its opening weekend, it definitely puts it in a very strong position to be able to do so. It's definitely not going to be moving at the same pace as a film like Spider-Man No Way Home was moving, but it is likely to do really well to surpass that $500 million, and again has a chance at the very least, depending on what that week 2 number is, what the week 2 drop off looks like, to hit the $1 billion number. Of course, a lot of people are going to say, well, it's also got China numbers to be able to rely on as well, and yeah. Let's remind ourselves that they are indeed still releasing it in China, even though Warner Brothers is like, we're not going to release it in Russia. It's still getting a theatrical release in China. And why is it that they're withholding it from Russia? Oh, the humanitarian crisis. Oh, what about the humanitarian crisis in China, Warner Brothers? Hypocrisy. Speaking of hypocrisy and things that should frustrate people, AMC apparently is charging more. I know, River, this bit of news really got me. Is charging more for Batman tickets. So this is apparently a test. The CEO of AMC has decided, hey, you know what's a good time to start testing a new model for ticket pricing? How about when people are in the midst of what likely is going to lead to a recession, where we're having hyperinflation, where everyone's dollar is that much more valuable to them, not in actual value, but valuable to them in how they spend it. Yeah, let's go ahead and charge more for a film that a lot of people actually have some interest in doing. Oh, again, I'm going to call out AMC for this nonsense. Aron, come on, dude. CEO of AMC Entertainment said, tickets for The Batman will cost more than other movies when it opens this week, as the chain experiments with variable pricing. Again, not the time, Aron. Not the time. It's not that you're in a financial situation where you need to actually be doing this right now, because remember, when the AMC stonks happened, y'all were able to get out of a lot of debt because of that. So I know that you're not nearly as bad off as you once were before the AMC stonk situation. So what are you doing? What is your mindset? I know, River, it's crazy. If anything, your experiment should be, hey, these independent films that come out, we're going to lower those ticket prices as an experiment. But no, you're going to raise the ticket prices for the Batman? Come on, man. How do you think that this is going to help you if you're in a city, especially that has maybe a Regal or a Cinemark that's going to be offering it at a smaller price? I know that if I had one convenient option available to me and I was like, this one's going to cost more than this one, I'm going to go to the one that costs less. Especially when every AMC theater is a very different experience, and sometimes the theaters don't have great sound. Sometimes the theaters have a bulb that's about to expire, and so therefore there's the flickering screen. Bad move, Aron, bad move. It says here, quote, currently our prices for the Batman are slightly higher than the prices we are charging for other movies playing in the same theaters at the same time, Aron said during a webcast. This is all quite novel in the United States, but actually AMC has been doing it for years in our European theaters. Indeed, in Europe, we charge a premium for the best seats in the house, as do just about all sellers of tickets in other industries. Take sports events, concerts, and live theater, for example. Aron sees considerable upside opportunity ahead of what we continue to be imaginative in our pricing. Again, if we're talking about a more premium, River, I know. I get it, River. I know. It's ridiculous. I get the comparison he's trying to make here. However, the only time that you can have a variable price in tickets is if you're offering a higher quality product. So I understand why IMAX costs more. I understand why AMC Prime costs more, why Dolby Vision costs more. Those make sense because you're offering a more premium product. But to simply say, we're going to charge more for just general screenings of the Batman, and your mindset is, well, you know, they charge more for premium seats and premium stuff in other venues, is just a false comparison. It's a false dichotomy. It is a terrible comparison to make. This is not a good move on you, AMC. He didn't offer any specifics, and he was asked. Well, that to me would be, wait a minute, why would anyone not ask him, hey, so what is this price going to look like and how are you going to raise it? But a quick search online of the AMC Empire 25 in Times Square showed tickets for the Batman at $18.99, and they were $1 more than tickets for Uncharted and Dog. And so, again, it's not looking like they're going to be charging that much more, but still, every dollar counts. And I think that unless you have AMC A-List, which I highly recommend, because, again, if you're a movie lover especially, and you can see 3 movies a week, and it's $21 or so a month, depending on the market that you're in, $18.99, again, covers the cost of that. I just can't believe, it's been a while since I've been in New York, can't believe that they're up to $18.99 per ticket. I'm still in an area where it's more around $10 a ticket, so it's just insane to me when you look at just how poorly run that city actually is. But again, it looks like that the difference in price is about $1. But it's a bad move. It's a bad move, AMC. There's a Regal literally right across the street from that theater. So if the Regal's offering the ticket at still $17.99 or even less, guess what? It's a lot easier for me to walk across the street. Unless you're an AMC A-List member, which means that it doesn't matter to you anyway because the ticket cost is going to be covered. So, it's not a good move. Not a good move there. But either way, right? When it comes to the Batman, despite, of course, the hypocrisy of Warner Brothers saying, we're not going to release in Russia for human rights violations, but we're going to release in China. What human rights violations could you possibly be talking about? Again, stupid, needs to be called out. the numbers are still indeed very impressive, to say the very least. And so we'll be following this as the days go on. I'll be giving my own thoughts about the Batman after I see it tonight. Probably won't give my review until tomorrow morning. But have you seen the Batman yet? Did you get to see the fan event yesterday? If you did, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section down below. Please keep them spoiler-free, as we try to keep things spoiler-free, at least during that first weekend of release, trying to give people time to see it by the second weekend. At that point, if you really care enough about spoilers, you would have seen it by then. But what are y'all's thoughts about the film? And also, what are y'all's thoughts about the box office for it? Again, this film needs to make a lot of money in order for it to hit its break-even point. Again, typical break-even cost is the production budget times 2.5. So that brings us to around, again, $500 million or so the film needs to make worldwide to break even. If it's going to get to $245 million or so in the opening weekend worldwide, that's a very, very good start. And of course, it is going to be released in communist-run China, where, remember, all of those movies that get released there, 75% of those ticket sales go to the Communist Party of China, whereas in Russia, where they are taking a stand, all the money that would have gone to those theaters would have gone to private theater owners. Again, good on you, Warner Brothers, for taking a stand against private business owners, but not taking a stand against the Chinese Communist Party. Anyway, let me know your thoughts about that and anything else I'll mention in the comment section down below. If you like this video, smash that like button, light up that fire button on Odyssey. You're all amazing and beautiful people. Again, have a blessed Ash Wednesday, a blessed beginning of your Lent, and a blessed fast as well. Have a wonderful day, everybody. And as always, God bless. And now for a huge shout out to all of my March Patreon Subscribe Star and Locals members. Starting off first with my Patreon members, animation commentator Brandon, let's go Brandon, Brian P., Christopher Bowman, Father Christopher Miller, hail to you, Father, Father Damian Cook, Fuzz Aldrin, Garrett Searles, Hannibal Grimm, Harold Francis, Hymir Ari Hymason, Inflamed Wood, Jacob Juice, Jeff Toon, Joe Horn, Jonathan Carney, Gomer Kyle 79, Laura, the Modern Major General Story, Mike Jackson, Mad Mitch Dunaway, Mondo Spieler, Mr. Peabody, On to June, Orange Chat Reviews, Out of Step with Reality, Rosetta Allen, Stan Andrian, Miss Martin Muses, Theodore Bendon, Tina Bojan, and, of course, Tina B., the Empress of the Universe. Also, a shout-out to my Subscribe Star members, starting off with Trent Johnson, Matt317, UAB Mad Dog, Mike Jackson, Storm Tracker, The R, Nosferatu Gatsu, Stan 4, John B., Mr. Roy, Glinzer, J. Alex McCarthy Jr., Dean Heiss / the new number 2, J-Rod the Beer Guru, and ZK-Man. And a final shout out to my Locals members, Kara Tharp, UAB Mad Dog, Mike Jackson, and Robert Barnes. Thank you all so very much for being supporters, monthly supporters of the channel. And if you want your name shouted out at the end of every single live stream and every single video, please check out the pinned, the very top link in the video description. It is noted as the Willow link there. It'll bring you to basically a link tree of all the different places that you can support on Patreon, Subscribe Star, or on Locals. And also there are other tiers that you can get access to as well, including an Army of Asgard level where you get not only the shout out, but you also get access to a giveaways channel that I have on my Discord, where you get offers of giveaways, or rather you get access to giveaways of 4K titles, Blu-rays, digital codes, all kinds of stuff, steelbooks. It's just, I'm giving away stuff all the time over there, and it's a lot of fun as well. So go check that out if you're interested. There's also the Keeper of the Bifrost level, which is the higher level up than that, and you get everything from the previous tiers. Plus, you get access to a once or twice a month podcast that I do with John the Flick Pick Flickinger, where you get to ask us Q&A, right? You get to ask us questions, any question that you like, movie or non-movie related. We will answer them once, maybe twice a month. We're trying to work on a second opportunity for us to have a show, but right now it's at least once a month. So again, you get access with that with the Keep of the Bifrost level. And then there is the Chosen of Valhalla level, the very premium level, where you get access to all of those things. Plus, you get to be featured on the channel once a month with me and the other Chosen members, where we talk about movies and stuff. Anything really that the Chosen want to talk about. And it's always a very fun discussion. We usually have about 3.5 hour discussion. So again, that's what you get access to at the Chosen of Valhalla level. Also, you get a free t-shirt during your first month. All you need to do is just let me know what t-shirt you want from the store and also their size, location, etc. And I send those out anywhere in the world. Anyway, you guys are all amazing and beautiful people. Thank you all so very much again for your love and for your support. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, God bless.